So, ladies and gentlemen, after so long days, we are once again going to discuss about different topics of renewable energy. In previous, we have elaborately discussed about wind energy. Today, we will also discuss about other sources of renewable energy. As the name suggests, renewable energy has several advantages. That means we can use it again and again. Therefore, it is sustainable and obviously environment friendly, and the resource cost is also very low because whether we use solar or wind power or whatever may be, it is freely available at nature. However, the production cost is little bit higher than the non-renewable because of the system to harness the energy. Now, at first we will discuss today about wave energy and tidal energy. These are the two types of energy that we can get from ocean. So if you carefully consider that nature has ample amount of resources that if human can exploit rightly, we can get ample amount of energy from the nature. One is the source. One of the source is ocean. At the here, ocean has different sources. Among that, wave and tides we will consider. In case of wave energy, what happens if you stand on a seashore? You will see that waves are coming. How it is coming? Actually, wind is when wind is coming in contact with the water surface level water of the ocean, they creates a wave, or they begins a wave which then propagate toward the seashore and destroyed ultimately at the seashore, but at a very high energy. So if we can place a turbine there, so what will happen in front of the wave or in the line of wave? What we can see, if we place a turbine, then this wave will help in rotating the turbine, which in turn will generate generate power by using a rotor to move it. I think it has been already discussed in wind power generation scheme how turbines rotation helps in creating energy. Now we are going to discuss about tidal energy. What happens in case of tidal energy? We utilize the energy of tide at both the time high tide and low tide. At the time of tide, actually the sea level, water sea level varies, and we place a reservoir in between ocean and land. At the time of high tide, the water level is higher than that of reservoir. The gate is opened and water enters from ocean to reservoir. In between, the turbine rotates and generates energy. And in case of low tide, the water level of the reservoir is higher and water goes from reservoir to the ocean and the gate is opened, turbine rotates, again generates energy. Therefore, in that way, by exploiting the wave and tides, we can generate energy. Now we are going to discuss briefly about tidal energy. What is tidal energy? That means we are nothing but using the energy of continuous water. We have seen at our childhood that whenever there is running water, if we place a boat, it moves on. That means the running water has the energy to do something. And another thing, if we can separate height between the two levels, and if we place water at the higher level and it rushes to the lower level. That means as it is at the higher level, due to mgh, it has potential, one for continuous flow of the water and another from thrust from higher level to lower level. And if we in between at the barrage, if we in between place a turbine, it will rotate and it will generate electricity. And these are mainly placed at heightels are mainly placed at the hill, because you can understand to get the height difference. And wave and tides are placed mainly on the ocean, and different position can be taken. Not everywhere of the ocean wave and tide can be generated. Therefore, the location of site for generation of wave, tides and hydel all are important. You should understand about different site location. At first we the first subtopic was solar energy. That is one of the what we will tell one of the biggest source. Nowadays it is going to be the biggest of one, because in several areas we are watching that solar energy at the domestic level also being used. How it is used? It mainly exploit the effect of photovoltaic effect, and a photovoltaic cell is placed to convert the light energy to the electrical energy. Therefore, now if we can somehow concentrate or focus that light, whatever we have done at the childhood, by using some mirror or lens, we are able to burn out a paper if we can correctly focus different sun rays. Okay, so to enhance the efficiency, we can focus the light, and also for bigger generation we basically use different PV arrays. That means different PV cells in array to generate higher energy. Now we'll discuss about what I can discuss, biogas plant. So we have discussed about a little bit about solar energy. We have seen in detail wind energy. We have seen energy from the ocean. Now we will see how gas like LPG gas can be replaced by biogas plant, and how cow dung can be used to generate gas that will be ultimately fed to the kitchen through a pipeline. Let's see this picture. Here we see there is a digester where at 3:1 proportion water and biomass, that means cow dung etc., are placed in this digester, and it is made in such a way and closed in such a way that no oxygen can enter, and as a result anaerobic microorganism that is present in the cow dung decompose the organic foods, and these are only can happen due to the environment where no oxygen is there. As a product, we can it generates different gases like methane, carbon dioxide, hydrogen, H2S, etc. And this methane is a very important source of fuel for kitchen, and these gases are actually going through a pipeline, and several processing are done before it is going to the kitchen. Now another important source we are going to discuss is biodiesel. What happens here? In case of biodiesel, animal fats or soybean oil or recycled cooking oil, all these fatty acid types, it may be animal or from the plant, they actually carries a huge hydrogen and hydrogen carbon chain. And if we can extract from it the ester, one of it is say methyl ester, then we can easily use it for biodiesel. Let's see what is in between a fat. In between a fat there is two parts, one is glycerol and another is fatty acid, that is hydrocarbon chains. By the process of esterification, what we do, the fatty acid is kept with alcohol and a catalyst. The catalyst may be strong base or strong acid. Sometimes in some industries sodium or potassium methanolate also used for the catalyst. And what actually happens, it is nothing but exchanging organic group of ester, that means this part, with the organic group of alcohol in the presence of catalyst. One of the chemical reaction is shown here. I think student can easily understand these chemical reactions. Now, due to this trans-esterification reaction, where some fat, animal or plant, along with alcohol in the presence of catalyst is placed in a reactor where the reaction takes place, it gives two products. One is glycerol and another is methyl ester. One is glycerol at the bottom, and here you see there is a separator. It is a separator. It is basically a separator which separate the glycerol part and biodiesel part. The glycerol part at the bottom can then be refined to generate glycerin, and the biodiesel part at the top of the separator, which contains HC chains, can be used as HC rich biofuel or biodiesel. Okay, so now we are going to discuss about fuel cell. What is fuel cell? Fuel cell is a chemical reaction. Rather, the chemical potential which lies in between different molecule bonds. This energy, this potential is converted into electricity using fuel cell. What is the basic structure of fuel cell? You see, here is anode, here is cathode, and two sources. Okay, one is hydrogen and another is oxygen. So here fuel is hydrogen and oxygen. These are used as fuel. One anode here, one cathode here, and in between anode and cathode we have electrolyte, that is also called as PEM, protein exchange membrane. The main function of this catalyst is to allow positive ions. There is a catalyst, okay, and catalyst actually faces the PEM. Catalyst actually faces the PEM. It is membrane, it is covered, and when hydrogen flows, anode actually makes hydrogen molecule free for external use, and hydrogen breaks into two ions. One is hydrogen protein H plus and electron. The nature of the catalyst is such that it allows positive ions to pass through it but blocks negative ions or electrons. Therefore, when hydrogen is splitted by the anode, the positive, electron, the positive ion, that means one positive ion of hydrogen, that means protein, goes to the cathode because it allows the positive ions to go, but the negative ions become free. It can freely move, and it cannot go through the catalyst because catalyst object the electron, the negative ion to go. Therefore, it externally flows, and the externally flow of the electron, can be used as electrical energy. Okay, so this is all about the basic syllabus and also the brief overview all of most of the renewable energy sources. The students are asked to follow different links I have sent, and also to listen different video lectures from different sources, and to compile them to write for exam, and also to submit the assignment in due time so that I can send the marks for CA4. That's all. Thank you.